started taking waves over the stern. It's dangerous. Big scare, but it was pretty scary for a second there when the waves were coming over the stern of the boat. Hit after hit after hit, and you have all these things go through your mind by yourself. Did you build this boat right? You know what I mean? Yo, what is up, guys? We're going on a 2-day adventure on the skiff. I just left Seminole boat ramp over here in Coconut Grove. It's a little windy today. I didn't expect it to be this windy, and now I gotta cross the bay. Basically, an itinerary of what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go hang out at one of my favorite little islands. I'm gonna go make some breakfast over there because it's early. It's about 6:45 in the morning, and then we're gonna go pick up a friend of mine over at the boat ramp at Black Point, and then we're gonna go have a little get together with a couple YouTubers over at Sands Cut. I'm gonna put that up on the screen so you guys know where that's at. We do this get together every year, and we've been doing it for about 3 years in a row, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So that should be pretty fun and interesting. Day looks like it's getting a little bit better. The wind looks like it might be dying down a little bit, but you just never know down here. Here's a backdrop of Miami. This is Coconut Grove, as I mentioned before. Over there you have Brickell and downtown, and we're just passing the mooring fields over here. Let's get out on the water. So it is a little rough. I'm gonna get some spray, and I don't feel like getting wet so early in the morning. Yeah, so let's head out. It's gonna be a little choppy. I didn't expect it to be this choppy, but we gotta cross the bay, so hopefully my coffee doesn't spill. And let's go. Well, the sun finally peeped out, and that's our destination over there. You guys have seen me do videos of this island before. It's pretty rough today. I'm cruising at 15 knots, 15 miles an hour. I'm not looking to get beat up so early in the morning. I'm just taking it easy. Yeah, we'll get when we get there. No rush. No rush. Just made a Soldier Key. Little boats out here. This is one of my buddies over here. He's got a YouTube channel. He's fishing with Benny. His son, they fish a lot. That's him over there. He's catching bait. They're fishing. And trying to just make some breakfast now. Though the wind is just ridiculous. So not really the ideal day to be out here, but we have that little together, and gotta make it out. So I got my power pole. It was a little bit of a pain to get up in there because the wind is just pushing me around like it's nobody's business. So got the power pole in there real good. Cook some breakfast now. So yeah, a little jacket came in clutch. I'm also gonna leave the track to how to get to this island, so you guys can follow my track using the Navionics app, so you guys can get here and get here safely, because there's a lot of flats over here. You got to be very careful coming in. But there's a flat over here, there's a flat on this side, so you gotta really be careful with how you're coming in here. So I'm gonna leave the track, so maybe you guys can download it. I'm gonna see how you can download that track off the app. I'll leave that in the description below for you guys. Some of the stuff that I keep in here, I use these cooler packs a lot. I've had these in there for a day or so, just cooling up keeping the cooler nice and cool. And then I added all my food. I don't like to drink alcohol when I'm out on the boat, so I drink these Ultra Zeros. Let's see what else we got. We got some dates for snacks. I like some protein bars that I have down there. I have a ribeye down here. Let's take these eggs out. I'm gonna make some eggs now in a second. Egg whites. Let's see what else. So we got a ribeye over here. got a churrasco. We have some sausages. These are really good, guys. If you've seen these before, Mr. Tango. This is the funk right here. Got a couple Coke Zeros and things like that. So I don't eat a lot of carbs when I'm on the boat. So I indulge in like meats and things like that. And I actually end up losing weight when I do these trips because I don't eat as much. But all right, so we got some breakfast. Got some eggs and I have some tortillas here. So low carb tortillas. Ugh. So I'll start cooking. This little thing is coming clutch. It's so compact. It's great. It's really hot. That wind is kicking, so I have to move it over here. Cleanup is really simple. Wash everything out here, and I got a gallon of water that's just for washing, pretty much. So let's clean up and just relax a bit. We're gonna head over to Black Point Marina. I gotta pick up a buddy of mine. You guys know who he is. You'll see when we get there. So we're gonna head out. It's again, it's rough. This crosswind is just, it's awful. It's many things, very uncomfortable. So, let's see how we manage. Alright, we're heading here to the Black Point channel. It's even rougher than before. I'm trying to find this is a no-wake zone. I'm trying to keep on playing. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep the bow straight. The wind is so pushing me in the current, so I gotta make a wake. It's not safe. So we're here. As they're putting up the tent, good. There's Alfred. What a ride! It is rough. Today. Oh, we're going to got the YouTubers down here, huh? You gotta pay attention. You gotta put this down. Hold on. All right, so we just left the sandbar get together over here at Sands Cut. A lot of boats. I want to say, I don't know, over 300 boats for sure. Now I'm going to drop off Alfred back at Black Point, and I'm going to go head over to Soldier Key because I think that's where I'm going to spend the night. Alfred, what do you think about that get together?
Listen, I'll just say this. If you come to 2026 Summer Splash, you want to hang out with us in 2027. And we'll do it again. And listen, big shout out to the park rangers for making sure that everybody was safe, because they enforced everything and everybody was having a good time and everybody was safe. And we're going to see that on the video.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Let's go.
And if you don't know, now you know.
All right, guys. So I just dropped off Alfred over at Black Point. Now I'm heading back over to Soldier Key. It seems like it's getting a little bit better. But it's one of those days, man. You gotta rough it out. I think I've used so far 5 gallons of fuel. That's normally what I usually use about 3 gallons of fuel, but having to fight all those waves and things, I mean, and the current and the wind, so the fuel consumption is significant. So 5 gallons of fuel used so far. I'll probably use another gallon to get over to Soldier Key, and maybe half a gallon getting home tomorrow. So that's about it. So I'm starving. I'm ready to grill something up, so I'll see you guys over there. Alright, so we just made it to Soldier Key. These guys are all hanging out, partying, doing their thing. Supposedly the weather's gonna get nice and flat tonight. The wind is gonna change and it's gonna drop. So I'm hoping for that. I gotta sleep in this little boat and it's rocking like crazy. So I'm gonna cook some food and we'll get to it.
Eso todo lo que son, eso todo lo que pasan.
5 in the morning. I didn't sleep. The skiff is just way too rough. Rain came in just before. Rain came in right around 7. I was already getting up anyway. So pretty good out here actually. It was just way too rough to sleep in the skiff. So hopefully this will pass in a bit. We'll cook us some breakfast and see how the rest of the day goes. Might go back to the ramp early because I don't want to get soaked caught in that rain. Started taking waves over the stern. Jumped in the water quick and I took that rear anchor off. To start the boat, the motor was engine. Battery was dead. Bad. Look, those pumps were working. Waiting for my battery charger to charge up because it wasn't charging. It's full. Little battery jumper wasn't charged up. Didn't have enough juice to start it. My fault. We got it started. My little battery charger came in. I put it to charge for a few minutes and it got enough juice to charge it up. Oh, thank goodness, because I didn't want to have to tow it all the way in and have these guys towing it. It's dangerous. So it got real rough, as you guys can see. It looks a little rougher than yesterday. I'm gonna head over to Coconut Grove, get this thing out of the water because it's about to rain, and let's make it back safe. A big scare, but luckily it's fine. You know, I like going out with my buddies and everybody helps each other, and that's how it should be. That was a really rough ride through the bay. I got a little worried there because it was just hit after hit after hit. You have all these things go through your mind. You're by yourself. Did you build this boat right? You know what I mean? Is it gonna break? What am I gonna do? A lot of things. It was pretty scary for a second there when the waves were coming over the stern of the boat. But luckily, you know, we acted quick and had help. And then towing the boat back, it was just one thing to the next. My fault for not charging the actual battery charger, but man, once we got it charged, it had a couple little lines on it. Thing worked perfectly. You always gotta have one of those on the boat because you just never know. So, guys, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.